All right, hello everybody. Do you like it? Do you want to buy it? All right. So let me ask you, what would you do to this house? We can either rent it the way it is, kind of, or we can fix it to sell it. So first, let's talk about what do you think this house is worth again, Joseph? Like you talk about 250 or something?
Some comps are showing it as 250 to 285.
Okay. So right now in Broward County, or a lot of areas, even in Palm Beach, we don't have real bad areas. They're all average, decent areas. So we're gonna deal with the houses for all the houses are about 300 or less. So we're gonna call a decent area. Like today is gonna be a decent area day. But a few years ago, there's some areas that were pretty bad, and we had to adjust our percentages to make offers on. So for now, we're just Eddie's opinion. I'll just give you the percentages, right? Has to do with areas and has to do with, are you a wholesaler, are you a rehabber, or are you a landlord? So this is big. Can you go over there? So this is big. So you guys might want to write it down because the whole day revolves around this percentages, because you'll know how much to offer in this house by knowing this percentage.
He wants you back here to kind of get the group, but get Edison in there too.
Around 30 to 40 cents on the dollar. So percentages, meaning you find out the after repair value and you do the math, but we want to be around 30, 40 cents on the dollar. Okay, that's really important. So about 30, 40%, right? So let's say you like to rehab houses, or you have some cash and you have lenders that will lend you the money, like John. Where's John? Okay. Or Paul, we might see another friend of mine as a lender. He's coming to meet us at the next house, I hope, I think. So if you rehab houses, the percentage is more about 40 to 50%. Like that might change a little bit depending on the area, depending on a few things, but for the most part, it's good to have in mind this percentage.
How much?
40 to 50%. What do you think? So if you get the after repair value, you want to buy it for about 40 to 50%.
After.
Yes.
If you're what type of buyer?
A rehabber.
Okay.
If you're a rehabber, okay. If you're a landlord, you want to be at 60, 70%. Right? So that might change a little bit. It might be 65, 75%, or maybe 80%, 70, 80%. So if you're a landlord, you're okay paying about 80% of the property, and you'll still cash flow. Right? So
60 to 7?
yeah, you can do 60 to 70%. About. Is that exact?
But
It could be 65.
These are aggressive, more aggressive.
A little bit aggressive.
Yeah.
These are a little bit aggressive.
the 30 or 40% as a rehabber that you buy it from the lowest comp price.
Yes,
You buy it ideally, not the listing price or.
Right, exactly. The house here, Justin, the house here, what's the price in this one?
250 to
I
285.
think the price was 199. Oh, the asking price is 199.
190, but you know, it could go way below that, could go way above that.
Right. So the values are about 250 to 280. Someone said, or that's what the agent said. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take like I said, the lower comp, right? And then we're going to, houses that need a lot of work, and we'll go through the repairs in a second. We hope that the houses need a lot of work. We like, because it's really easy to figure our numbers, right? And at the end of the day, I'll tell you my numbers for making offers. But this is a industry. A lot of people, all lenders, go by this figure where they lend you a certain amount, a certain percentage. So we'll get to that. They lend about 65%, lenders, right? And, lenders do lend about 65%, right, of the retail value, the after repair value. This is right. Then you do whatever you want. Okay, so let's get to the next part. So you guys got it so far? Yes.
As a rehabber, I'm doing 50% of my 250, which is 125.
Yes.
But my list price is 190.
That's okay.
I'm 70 grand. I'm like 40% off.
That's okay. That's okay. We'll get to that. That's a great question.
This is not the appropriate house.
Yeah.
They're trying to get
So the houses we look for, they
It's
have
what you want.
more issues, like someone's asking about mold, or they're in the market a long time, or whatever. So we'll talk about it in a second. All right. So you guys are getting this so far?
Absolutely.
Okay. So let's talk about the repairs. Right? Is that the next thing? You already have an after repair value. You already know a percentage. And this house is a decent area, so we're gonna try to stick to a rehabber percentage. A rehabber percentage, meaning for now on this one, because our market, especially in the last year and the next year or so, it's a good rehab market. We market to rehab, so.
What's your best guesstimate for rehab on this? We have figured 35.
No, we'll talk about it in a second.
One thing is the percentages giving the 30, the 40, and the 40 to 50, and the 60 and the 70. With the wholesaler, the reason he wants such a low number, 30, 40, because he has to add his fee. So there still has to be meat on the bone for the rehabber. So that's why he's only going the wholesaler's only going to make like $3,000 to $8,000. So after he adds that $3,000 to $8,000 to the 30%, the next guy still has to have a margin to make his profit. So that's why he's giving each level. So if you're just tying up a property just to wholesale it, that's why he needs to get a lower number. If you're tying up a property then to rehab it, then you can pay a little bit more. And then you can fix it up and spend that 30 or 40 grand. The landlord can pay the extra percentage because as soon as he fixes it, he rents it out. He's not going to have the 3 or 6 month holding period. So that's why he's able to increase the percentages, and he's going to make it up in the long term with the rent.
He's not going to spend as much on the rehab.
He'll spend his dollar resources on different quality of materials. The workmanship should always be good, but the materials, won't be. It may not be granite on the countertop. It'll be formica for rental.
Any of your percentages of ARV include or do not include your rehab costs? You're going to take your rehab costs off your percentages?
That's next. Okay. That's what we're getting to. And we'll try to go a little quick, but we have the whole day so you guys can ask questions. So let's get to the construction, the repairs of the houses. So other than looking at the area, finding out the after repair value, having a good idea of the after repair value is very important. And then we talk about the house and the repairs. We start from the top to bottom. So the roof on this house, do we need a roof or no? What do you guys think?
This looks pretty good.
The roof is good, I think.
It looks better than the one next door.
Although you would want to check the building record, see when it was installed,
Look at this thing.
when it was permitted. Because
Age is important.
yes, because whenever it has to have at least a 5-year life to it. Otherwise, the inspector will require you to essentially replace it.
That's very important.
In the back.
Well, no, repairs are okay, but because these shingle roofs only last 10 to 12 years in Florida.
Where do you find that information?
It's online. You go to the city building department.
Sometimes the owner didn't get a permit, so you got to kind of know
that's true. Right.
about how much, how long the roof. So ideally, you want
That's very important.
if you see the roof, you want it to last at least 10 years or longer. If there's no evidence of leaks, and there's no any obvious damage on the roof, then you should be okay. So let's throw a number on the roof. So what's the square footage here, Justin? About
It's 1,400, I think it was.
Oh, that's nice. So let's say we had to replace the roof on this one. What are you talking about that?
They go by squares. So while they're saying it's 1,400 square feet, because there's a pitch, they'll add some to that 1,400. Let's just keep it at 1,400. So divide by 100. That's 14 squares. And you're just ballparking yourself. Obviously, you can get estimates.
If you talk to a roofer,
High would be 400. It's somewhere between 350 and 400.
Okay,
so if you talk to
times 14 is
so if you talk to a roofer,
14.
you can get an estimate on a roof without them coming to see the property.
Yeah,
just by knowing about how much they charge.
Because what roofers are doing now, they have these.
6,000.
They do these satellites and they measure it from the freaking. Yeah. They don't even come out to the house anymore necessarily.
All right, so we gotta keep moving. So the roof is so if it's 1,400 square feet, how much?
That's under here, DC, but if you include all the
5,600.
You're looking at more like 1,510 square feet.
Because it's a total.
So what we do is we take the adjusted square footage, right, because it's about the roof, and then you multiply by...
Divide by
3.
100.
Divide by 100.
To get squares.
To get squares.
And multiply times the price of the square.
Right.
400.
You guys, we'll talk about this a little more, and I'll tell you, we just got a roof on a house which I finished yesterday, literally. It's about 1,200 square feet,
Yeah.
and we paid 8,500. So
That includes flat roof.
that includes a back flat roof. But you know, if you're dealing with roofers that work with investors, you're gonna be saving a lot of money.
Yeah.
Right. So it's good to ask for recommendations because we have 3 other estimates. They were like 16,000, 14,000. But our guy did the roof with permits for $8,500. He was about 1,200 square feet.